Pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
50 Cent is...
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
he gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear.
50 Cent just won't leave Vivica Fox alone. This man really woke up and chose to clown her for getting a little BBL at nearly 60. Yeah, he went there. Vivica's new body has been all over social media lately. And of course, every time her name starts trending, you just know 50 gonna pop up with some shade. At first, he played it cool, dropping comments like he was into the new look. Some folks even started whispering that he might be trying to spin the block and get back with her. But just when people thought it was sweet, boom! 50 flipped the script. He came at her hard, saying her body was botched and throwing out wild claims that she wasn't gonna land another man. But let's be real, Vivica is not the one to mess with. And 50 just found that out the messy way. Because Vivica didn't just clap back, she snapped. She went in, throwing heavy shots. She even claimed 50 is on the DL and wouldn't recognize a real woman if she smacked him across the face. Like, what?
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Right, okay. So I'll set the stage. They're in Monte Carlo. 50's got the ring in his pocket.
No.
That's
he was going to have a theater because I was excluded in the international tour of Kill Bill.
This drama's on a whole new level. Now the internet is on fire watching these two old flames go at it again. Woo, it's getting messy. Not gonna lie, Vivica's decision to get her body done had people shocked. She's always been stunning. And her natural body? Top tier. So yeah, it caught folks off guard. But hey, it's her body. She's a grown woman. She can do what she wants. Still, let's keep it real. Folks have been whispering about her looks for a while now. Some were saying she looks different from back in the day, like her classic roles, especially Kill Bill. But let's not forget, that movie dropped way back in 2003. That's over 20 years ago. She was in her mid-30s back then, and now she's pushing 61. Bodies change, that's life, but still, Vivica's body, still giving. She's out here serving looks and turning heads, no question. So when she popped out with her fresh new figure, social media lost it. Nobody saw that coming. So a couple weeks back, Vivica Fox popped out at a meet and greet in Houston, promoting her hair brand, and boom, she showed off that brand new BBL. Nobody saw it coming. And just like that, the internet went crazy.
Oh man, my love life is great.
Is it like the first time though when Vivica gives you the go-ahead and says she's gonna get naked in your bed? Is it awesome?
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? Does she make a lot of noise?
Nah, she doesn't make a lot of noise.
She doesn't?
Cause let's be real, you don't usually see women pushing 60 going under the knife for a BBL. Sure, facelifts and a little nip tuck here and there, that's more expected, but a full-on BBL? That's usually a move for folks in their 20s and 30s, not someone who's already a legend in the game. Naturally, the fans had a lot to say. The comment section turned into a wild debate. Some were like, look, I respect people doing what they want with their body. But Vivica didn't need that. She already looked good for her age. Others got real bold, saying stuff like, this is dangerous. Elders should age with grace, not be out here trying to stay 35 forever. One person even called it embarrassing and risky for a 60-year-old. And of course, it didn't take long for 50 Cent to jump in the mess. He dropped a slick comment. Wait, let me see. At first, folks thought he was being shady, but then he followed up with, Who said I was spinning the block? Man, I ain't gonna lie. That booty was good though. I think so. So now people were confused. Was he flirting? Was he still feeling Vivica deep down? Some fans started speculating like, yo, is 50 trying to slide back in? It looked like maybe, just maybe, he still had a soft spot for her. But then, boom, he switched up real fast. Back to the petty 50 everyone knows. Out of nowhere, he started clowning Vivica hard, trolling her like it was a sport. He posted a video showing her body in person where she looked totally different than her super polished Instagram pics. Then he really stirred the pot by slapping one of her IG pics at the end of the video like he was setting her up to get dragged. It was shady on purpose, no doubt. Like he wanted people to roast her. Classic 50, turning playful into petty real quick. That pic? Clearly photoshopped. Not gonna sugarcoat it, Vivica looked real different in that video compared to the glam shots she posted online. But let's be honest. What celeb doesn't edit their pics these days? From filters to heavy Photoshop, social media is straight up fantasy land. And 50? He knew exactly what he was doing when he posted that side by side. It wasn't shade, it was a setup. He wanted people to start talking, and not in a flattering way. But Vivica? She's not the one to test like that. Word is, an insider close to her said she wasn't even shocked by 50's move. She knows his game. According to the source, Vivica sees his comments as vindictive for no reason. And she's not planning to let it slide. She's warning that if 50 doesn't fall back, she might stir up major drama. And knowing Vivica, yeah, she will. This woman doesn't bluff. Their back and forth mess has lasted decades, over 20 years since they broke up, and somehow they still find ways to throw shots at each other. It's wild. Love, hate, shade, rinse, and repeat. And out of everyone who's ever dealt with 50's energy, Vivica's probably the only one who can match it without blinking. It all started at the 2003 BET Awards. That's when 50 first laid eyes on her and got swept up by her beauty. Like, he was done for. Then boom, later that year, they pulled up to the MTV VMAs, hand in hand on the red carpet. No more rumors, no more are they or aren't they vibes. They made it official in front of the whole world. That was the start of their superstar era. 50 was untouchable back then, dropping his debut album Get Rich or Die Tryin' and racking up a crazy 12 million sales across the globe. He was the hottest name in music, and Vivica, she was already a queen in Hollywood. Back then, Vivica Fox was that girl in Hollywood. She was stacking hit after hit, Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Two Can Play That Game, Kill Bill, you name it, she owned it. And while she was shining on screen, 50 Cent was falling harder and harder for her by the day. He was treating her like royalty, pulling out all the stops. For a minute, they were looking like pure relationship goals. Vivica was head over heels, and 50, he seemed just as deep in it. Word on the street was he was even planning to propose. Yeah, a whole engagement was allegedly in the works. The plan? A massive 12-carat ring for Vivica's birthday, right around the time Kill Bill was blowing up. But instead of dropping to one knee, 50 pulled a wild move. He switched the ring out for a pair of earrings. Just like that! Why? 'Cause Vivica made him mad, and he decided to scrap the proposal out of pure spite. And yes, folks still ask, is it true he turned a 12-carat ring into earrings out of nowhere? Sure sounds like something 50 would do. But let's talk about how that whole fairy tale fell apart. Because when it crumbled fast. Like, blink and it's over fast. That love story folded like a cheap chair in the wind. No privacy, no peace, just constant headlines. Everything they did was picked apart in the media. Every move became gossip. Every little fight, front page, and that pressure, it cracked them wide open. But here's where it gets real. The age gap was no joke. Vivica was in her late 30s, grown and seasoned. Aimbadu? Dude was barely 27, fresh in the game. And that maturity difference? Loud. He just wasn't there mentally. People say age is just a number, but in their case, that number meant everything. Vivica was ready for something solid. Ambadu, he was still out here acting reckless. That love went from red carpet glam to full-on chaos real quick. Then came the real mess. 50 Cent just couldn't keep their relationship out the streets. If there was a mic, a camera, or even an open window nearby, he was spilling everything. Private convos, intimate moments, nothing was off limits. And Vivica? She wasn't here for none of that. Who wants their relationship turned into a one-man reality show? At 27, you'd think 50 would have had a grip on that. But nope. Discretion? Not even in his vocabulary. Between the zero privacy, going public way too fast, and 50's big mouth, this thing was doomed from day one. The whole relationship went up in flames like a 4th of July firecracker. Loud, messy, and quick. Then things got even messier. 50 started feeling like dating Vivica was messing with his tough guy image. Instead of dealing with it like a man, he just dipped. But did he sit her down like a grown adult? Nah. Vivica found out she was single from a radio show. Can you imagine that? You wake up, turn on the radio, and boom! Surprise, girl, you just got dumped! That has to be one of the coldest ways to find out your relationship is over. And 50 didn't stop there. He didn't call, didn't text, didn't even fake like he wanted to talk. He just vanished, straight ghosted her like a magician at the end of his act. Left Vivica heartbroken, blindsided, and totally wrecked. But wait, it gets worse. Not only did he bounce without warning, he went on a talking spree. Instead of staying classy, he ran his mouth to anyone who'd listen. Every little detail about their relationship, he made it public. And the wildest part? He even had the nerve to say Vivica was using him for clout. Like, what? This woman had a whole career before him. She wasn't out here chasing hype. He was the one who turned everything into a circus. At the end of the day, the truth is simple. Vivica and 50 just couldn't handle the spotlight their relationship brought. The pressure, the headlines, the constant attention, it was too much. Things got way too loud, way too fast. But like I said before, Vivica is not the one to play with. She wasn't gonna let 50 Cent drag her name through the mud and just sit back like nothing happened. Nope. She had zero time for his nonsense. And she wasn't about to let him score clout by making her look like some fame-hungry ex. So what did Vivica do? Oh, she clapped back. And she clapped back hard. She didn't stay quiet while 50 ran around spreading lies like he was on a promo tour. Vivica made it loud and clear. She never used him for publicity. She had her own name, her own legacy, and she wasn't about to let anybody twist that for clicks. If 50 thought he could play games with her image, he picked the wrong one. And here's the wild part. Even though he was the one who broke things off, 50 stayed bitter after the breakup. Man couldn't let it go. He even took shots at her in his music. In his song, Get in My Car, he threw all kinds of shade, rapping lines like, my game messed with a brand till she thinks she wife, spent her savings in a day, cause she like me, commitment from me? Nah, not likely. Went out Vivica, thought I was on something. Next week, nah, man, it was nothing. Just cold. He made it sound like the whole thing was a joke, like he was never serious about her. And it humiliated Vivica in front of the whole world. She later said the diss was not just disrespectful, it was heartbreaking. And because 50 can't help himself, he didn't stop at the breakup. He even tried to take jabs at her career, tried to clown her when she popped up on Empire, throwing shade in interviews like it was a hobby. 50 Cent didn't stop at ghosting Vivica. He came for her in his music too. One of the coldest disses was in his track, Get in My Car. He rapped, my game messed with a brand till she thinks she wife, spend her savings in a day cause she like me, commitment from me? Nah, not likely. Went out Vivica, thought I was on something, next week? Nah man, it was nothing. Just brutal. He made it sound like Vivica was just another name on his list, like their whole relationship meant nothing. That bar didn't just sting, it humiliated her in front of the whole world. Vivica later called the song heartbreaking and humiliating. And honestly, can you blame her? But the petty didn't end there. 50 came for her career too. During an interview while she was starring on Empire, he threw shade at the show, blaming its ratings drop on what he claimed was too much gay stuff. Yup, he said, there are 3 million less viewers who tuned into last night's Empire episode. Did you watch it? We couldn't take the extra gay stuff or all the celeb stuff. And the internet? Oh, they dragged him! Backlash came quick. 50 tried to defend himself, brushing it off with, it must be a slow news week. They're gonna say 50 said Empire lost 3 million viewers cause of too much gayish. I just said, Cookie, call me. But that kid gon' mess the show up. Even threw in a weak rhyme like it was cute. But Vivica, she wasn't letting that slide. She fired back, and this time, she went deep. She threw serious shade, hinting that 50 had some extra close moments with Soulja Boy. That sparked a whole new wave of rumors. 50, of course, couldn't help but respond, and his clapback, pure chaos. He posted, now she thinks I'm gay because I let her lick my ass. Wait, I didn't want her to. She forced me. My hands were tied. 50 shades of gray. Yeah, he really went there. But Vivica wasn't done. She hit him where it hurts, his image. She posted an old, never-before-seen photo of 50 Cent wearing makeup, with the caption, tell you what, 50 Cent, since you keep telling lies, I challenge you. Let's both go on Bravos. She was not backing down. This was war. Vivica said it loud and clear. Let's go on Watch What Happens Live and put this mess to rest. But of course, 50 never showed. And Vivica, she wasn't surprised one bit. She called him out straight up. That never happened, and you know it, Queen. Now we could keep digging through this wild back and forth that's been dragging on for decades. But at this point, y'all get the picture. These two stay on go mode, throwing shade out of nowhere. Vivica might bring the drama, but let's keep it real. 50 is always the one lighting the match first. Just like now with this whole BBL drama, he couldn't resist taking shots. We already know his need to protect that tough guy image is what wrecked the relationship in the first place. And guess what? He's still out here doing the exact same thing. First, he says Vivica's new body looks good, maybe even teases a little comeback vibe. Fans start buzzing, talking about how he's clearly still into her. Then boom! Soon as people say he's catching feelings again, 50 switches up, hard, posts that shady video of her to get her clowned online. Like, come on, that's high-key childish. But according to someone close to Vivica, sis is done with his games. She's warning him, keep my name out your mouth or else. And if there's one person who can go toe-to-toe with 50 Cent, it's Vivica. Word is, she's still sitting on some dirt that could shake things up. Allegedly, of course. So if 50's smart, he might want to chill. Because Vivica with a BBL and a grudge, that's not somebody you want smoke with. Now look, these two might have had love once, but now it's just pettiness, shade, and secrets waiting to drop. Straight chaos. But what do you think? Was 50 wrong for coming at Vivica unprovoked? And do you think she's really got something on him she's ready to drop? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear all of it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode of this wild ride. Catch y'all in the next one.